Well, it was a hot and dirty weekend, I got to tell you. I'm talking about the Asante Wealth Management Dirty Dash supporting Sarnia Lambton Rebound. Over 800 runners got out to support the cause. K106.3 was down there on the beach as well. It was their 18th birthday, so happy belated birthday there, K106.3. They had a licensed area down on the beach. Apparently it's the first time in 27 years that that's happened down there, and a portion of their proceeds also going to support Sarnia Lambton Rebound as well. So it was a great weekend and a lot of fun. This past week, also my friend Jay Peckham joined me on my new live show, Live with David, that happens every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. A lot of laughter, a lot of fun, a little bit of serious, but mostly laughter and fun and some really hilarious moments. You can check out the replay on the Video Show Network on our Facebook page or at tvsen.ca. Hello, everybody. Episode 293. Let's get to the entertainment scene. Get downtown to the core of it. It's the pub, and they have some great local entertainment that's always happening down there, especially on the weekends and especially on First Fridays. And our friend Alannabal Lector, or that's kind of how she goes by Facebook. Anyway, she's going to talk to us this week.
The entertainment scene is brought to you by Body Moves. Visit them online at bodymoves.ca.
We're laughing, and that's part of the fun down here downtown. We're at the pub. What do you mean you haven't heard of it? Well, that's why we're talking to you. You got to get down here. It's below the Trinity Lounge, and there's a lot of history here, and music, and food, and our friend Alannabal Lector, or what do you go by?
Alannabal Lector is fine as well. So.
Thanks so much for being here. I know that there's a lot of history in your family with part of the pub. But talk about the pub a little bit, and then we'll get into that.
So we've actually had this building for the last 17 years. We own the Trinity Lounge upstairs, and then we also had Ravenous Gastropub down here. But with the deal with the mall and the Bayside Center, we were supposed to be selling. So we shut down for a year and reopened as the pub.
Yeah. Glad that you could reopen, too.
Yeah, so are we, actually. We're happy to be back. This time we are still serving food. We're a gastropub still, like Ravenous was, except we're also going more in the direction of music this time. So we feature live music every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And we're open from 5 until 2 a.m. in the morning. So over dinner on Fridays and Saturdays, we have a piano player that plays from 6 until 9 p.m.
Yeah, talk about him, because he's like really, really good. Don't go away on me.
Sorry, I don't even realize.
Away on me. Tell me about this piano player, because I've heard some great things about him.
His name is Price Smith, and he is absolutely fantastic. He's a boogie-woogie and jazz pianist. Yeah. He actually used to play in the orchestra for the Army in the United States, and he's now since retired, and he just likes to come over here and frazzle everyone.
He's absolutely fantastic, so you got to check that out.
So definitely come check him out.
Some other locals that come here as well, I know. Let's talk. Adam Miner plays here. Name some of the other ones.
Adam Miner does every second Saturday of the month. Every Thursday we have Jen Brace, who's hosting our open mics, and she's incredible. This Friday we have 3 indie folk artists that are playing.
Okay.
So each are going to do a 30 to 45 minute set. Chad Cusack, we have Joe McKelvey, and Polly Harris. So
fantastic. And what about you? I heard a rumor that you play once in a while.
I do play a little guitar and some piano, and I sing, and sometimes at an open mic you might get the pleasure of hearing that if I have time to break away from the bar.
Yeah, that's awesome. Give us a kind of a Reader's Digest version too. I remember the Tugboat Tommy days out in Brights Grove. That was your family as well, right?
That is our family's, yeah. So Tugboat Tommy's, my parents had me working there from the ripe age of 12, so I've been doing this my whole life. A lot of the same musicians that played out at Tugboats, they still come and support us, and we still support them. Yeah. We've been big supporters of the local music scene for...
Catch Drano around here once in a while.
You do, actually, you do. Actually, Drano's band plays usually every first Friday on the patio, so that's the Bad Gilligans. You should come check them out. They're amazing. But yeah, come in and have a bite to eat and like see some amazing entertainment.
Right in the core of downtown Sarnia.
Right in the core of downtown Sarnia. And our patio is awesome for people watching. We've got a really great corner view.
It is. And you get a beautiful day out there like we've got there today, and it's a great place to be.
Yes, it is.
Thank you so much for sharing. Is there one more thing you want to add?
No. Nick Swales is on Saturday. Yes.
Okay, perfect. That's awesome. Alana, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dave.
I know I'm going to be down here on the weekend, and you should come down here and check them out here. It's the pub in downtown Sarnia. right in downtown Sarnia. Great local entertainment happening at the pub. Thank you, Alannabal Lector, as she goes by on Facebook. She's a lot of fun to be around. You might even catch her performing down there on the stage as well. So thanks, Alana. We look forward to seeing what's happening this weekend. As she mentioned, Indie Night is happening, and local entertainment by Nick Swales happening this Saturday as well. Should be a lot of fun. Thanks, Alana. We'll see you downtown. Well, some of that stuff you're throwing out in your garbage, you should probably shred it, but a lot of us don't have shredders. Well, there's a community shred event coming up put on by the Sarnia Police Service, and Constable Giovanni Sottosanti is going to talk to us about the event, coming to Walmart, and why you should attend. Take a look.
This community segment is brought to you by AG Event Graphics. Visit their website at askguy.ca.
Of the community today, you know, there's a lot of things that you're throwing away that you don't know. The criminals might be going through your garbage. They could be using for identity theft, and there's a whole lot of reasons as to why you should be shredding. And that's why the Sarnia Police are going to have their shredding event, and Officer Giovanni Sottosanti is talking to us. Thanks for being here today.
My pleasure.
Yeah, this is an important event, and I'm not sure just how important is this really to people?
Well, it's our 12th annual, and every year we seem to grow in number in the amount of material that we are shredding. Individuals don't understand sometimes that their garbage, you're thinking that it's going to the curb and that's it, that's all. But unfortunately, there are individuals that take advantage of it and go through your garbage for whatever reasons. One of the reasons, though, is for criminal activity. So
Right.
they're poaching any document they can find with name, date of birth, addresses, phone numbers, and depending on how sophisticated they are, even sometimes not very sophisticated, they're able to generate documentation that can get them access to other things like credit cards or loans from banks or anything like
Health
that.
cards even, right?
Health cards as well. You know, they call it the, I don't know, almost like a friendly crime where there's nobody actually touched, but they're stripping you of your finances, and they're stripping you of your identity and using it for malfeasant activity.
Yeah, and if they become somebody else, for example, even temporarily, let's say you as an officer pulled me over, and that's not really me.
Yes.
I still got to prove it now.
Right, now you have to go to court and justify. You know, we had a person pull out a driver's license with your name and your date of birth on it. May have not necessarily been your photo on it, and now you're charged with careless driving or whatever the case may be. So yeah.
So it's really important. So now we want to understand this is for personal homes, not businesses. But
That's right. Unfortunately, it does cost money, and with businesses, usually they have a lot more documentation. So we're asking that we restrict it to personal activity. You know, your taxes, your bills, things like that. Don't bring newspapers or magazines. Unfortunately, we've had individuals do that. And more so because sometimes their name may be in a corner. Just rip that off and rip it up yourself. But bring that stuff in, and we'll shred it right there and then. And hopefully that will spare you any heartache and headache.
yeah. So and not only just to save the heartache and headaches, as you mentioned, but this is in support of something as well, right?
Right. Well, we're asking people if they wish to donate towards the torch run for the Special Olympics. It's a cause dear to our heart and our chief's heart, and we're hoping that you know, with every pound of paper you bring in, maybe you can bring $1 to share with the torch run.
Perfect. Sounds like a great idea. And where is this all happening?
It's going to be happening in front of Walmart in the parking lot. You won't miss us. There'll be trucks and the big bus that we use for our special events. They'll all be present there.
Okay.
And just come on up, and we'll greet you, take your stuff, and away you go.
Perfect. Sounds good. Officer Sottosanti, thanks so much for your time.
My pleasure.
It's the Shred event coming up on June the 24th. We're going to go back to the studio now and tell you all those details one more time. All right, community shred event it is at Walmart on June the 24th, and you should get out there just to protect yourself. Shred it. And Constable Sottosanti, thanks so much for joining us and giving us all that information about the event. And while you're out there, be sure to make a donation to support the Sarnia Police Torch Run that's coming up as well. Thank you, Constable Sottosanti, and I'll be bringing my papers out there to shred with you. Alrighty, well, some cool events coming up. If you don't recall, the MMA is back in Sarnia. It's happening at the Station Music Hall on July the 22nd. I'm going to be there. I'll be the announcer once again in the cage, bringing you all the action. We're going to have some other special announcements coming up, what's coming with this as well. Go to thestationmusichall.com to get your tickets. They're only $30, and they will go fast. Also coming up this week, the Outstanding Business Achievement Awards. very excited for this. Happy to say the Video Show Network has been nominated for marketing promotions, as well as I've been nominated for Member of the Year, so very excited for that. I'll be live streaming that event as well. That's happening this Friday night, June the 16th, coming to you live from the Imperial Theatre. You'll be able to watch it on our network at tvsn.ca. Also, once again, I'll be broadcasting the Junior B Lacrosse Pacers on Saturday, June the 17th. Again, go to our website, thevideoshownetwork.com or tvsn.ca. And that's it. That's all she wrote. That's all the time I got for you this week, everybody. Have a great week and an even better weekend. I will see you next time right here on the show. Bye for now.